how to handle rejection, and not only to handle it, but to also thrive in the midst of rejection. So all of us has been rejected at some point, whether it comes to a person that you're interested in, or a job that you're interested in, or an opportunity, even friendships. Sometimes we can feel rejected by certain people. In parent-child relationships, we can feel a sense of rejection too at times. So we've all been there, we're all there at some point, and it's important for us to understand how to not only cope with it, but also to thrive through it. So here I'm going to give you a few pointers on that. The first one that I would say is we tend to, in the midst of rejection, go towards thinking, well, why are they rejecting me? Why am I not good enough? What did I do? What's wrong with me? And we might get really down on ourselves for whatever we feel might be happening in their mind and in their reality. And the reality is we all live with really different perceptions, with really different experiences of the world around us, so we can never actually put ourselves in the mind of someone else. And for that reason, it's important for us, whenever we're feeling rejected, instead of getting down on ourselves, to actually lift ourselves back up. So we're already going to be feeling down on ourselves for feeling this sense of rejection, so we need to be our own best friends in this time. So if it's from a specific person that you're feeling rejected by, and let's say you're interested in them romantically and then they reject you, boost yourself up. Be like, well, what's good about me? What are my good positive qualities? What do I like about myself? And then compliment yourself. Maybe you like your eyes, maybe you like your hair, maybe you like your personality, maybe there's something specific about your personality that you like. Boost yourself up by finding all these things that you love about yourself. You can even make it into a list. Everything I love about myself, and write it down. And whenever you're in that headspace and that energetic space, then you're in a space of really honoring and accepting and cherishing yourself, so that then you're more actually likely to encounter someone else who loves and honors and cherishes and accepts you too. So that's my first tip, is get into that space of complimenting yourself, loving yourself, and honoring yourself, and continue doing that until you really boost yourself up to feel like, okay, I am good enough, I am worthy, and maybe this person just wasn't right for me, so I'll be in this good space and find someone else. Same with if it was a job. If you're feeling like you didn't get a job or you got rejected from a job, also make that list of your positive aspects of yourself. If there's anything specific that you got rejected for, maybe there's a certain skill you didn't have or something that's really needed, then work on also boosting that. So not only complimenting yourself, but also physically and emotionally and mentally working on yourself to develop certain skills or strengths that you want. So a lot of times this concept of rejection can actually propel us to being the greatest versions of ourselves, which means that, let's say for some reason you feel like you were rejected because you couldn't do something specific. Well, now maybe that gives you the drive to then do that thing and accomplish it and feel really good about yourself. But know that whatever specific thing it was, you never have to actually do it to be good enough or to feel good enough. We all are worthy and perfect as we are. So it's important to find that sense of self-love from within, regardless of the external conditions or circumstances. And the third thing I suggest is to go spend time with people who love and appreciate you, because that's a really great way to also boost yourself up, is to be around people who accept you. So I would say the opposite of rejection is acceptance. So if you're feeling rejected by someone or something, go find people or circumstance or situation that accept you, and really take in that energy that they're giving you of feeling accepted, and know that there's always someone somewhere who accepts you. And if you're feeling like there isn't anyone in your life like that, then also putting yourself out there to find that. And the fourth thing I would say is to really be proud of yourself for having put yourself out there. So people who get rejected is because they actually tried something. They actually put themselves out there. Maybe you were interested in someone romantically and you told them how you feel. Do you know how much courage it takes to do that? A lot. So be proud of yourself for just putting yourself out there. And same with if it was a job or anything else, you've put yourself out there, and that takes courage, even if it's something like a parent-child relationship or any circumstance with friends or social circumstances, if you're feeling rejected and it's for something that you did that's really honoring yourself, then know that you have a lot of courage in being yourself. A lot of times we're taught in this society to just fit in and be like everybody else and go into this little box where we're not being noticed. But for you to feel that sense of rejection means that likely you actually put yourself out there as your true and authentic self, and that takes a lot of courage. And I feel like you should really pat yourself on the back for doing a good job in that and for having that inner strength and courage for doing that. So just make sure that we're continuing to put all these things into practice to continue growing that inner strength, so that we also have the courage to keep putting ourselves out there and to know that it's almost like we vibrate at different frequencies, and if someone isn't vibrating at the frequency as you are, then they may reject you, but there's someone else out there who's vibrating at that same frequency. So keep yourself in that high vibe of loving and honoring and cherishing yourself at a really deep and meaningful level, and you're going to be finding others who resonate with that and who are ready for that and who appreciate that and see everything as a blessing. So just because you may have heard the word no and been rejected this time, maybe that means not me, not right now, and that's okay. You continue going, and there's someone else or something else, or even that person or circumstance at a different time will say yes. So know that no often just means not now, not here, not yet, but there's always that opportunity for having a yes at some point. So thank you guys so much. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that works specifically for you. I'd love to hear what's going on with you. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, subscribe for more, book a one-on-one session if you're interested, and check the links in this video description for more. Thank you, and I honor you, and may you be happy, healthy, and free. Bye!